gold shirt and jean shorts. Do it look like I care? No, I don't. Little stanker booty. Dang, look at the shirt I got on now. What y'all know about that Anichi, huh? Y'all know nothing about no Anichi. Peep the fit, y'all. Peep the motherfucking fit. You can't go wrong with the black Dickies, huh? With the 13s, with the little yellow, the master yellow. What? Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me, huh? Quit playing. Don't fuck around, shit. I'm stuck in the 90s, y'all, and I love it. I love y'all motherfuckers. I know motherfuckers be like, oh, look at him. He got on that Echo shirt and jean shorts. Do it look like I care? No, I don't. Little stanker booty. Dang, look at the shirt I got on now. What y'all know about that Anichi, huh? Y'all know nothing about no Anichi. Peep the fit, y'all. Peep the motherfucking fit. You can't go wrong with the black Dickies, huh? With the 13s, with the little yellow, the master yellow. What? Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me, huh? Quit playing. Don't fuck around, shit. I'm stuck in the 90s, y'all, and I love it. I love y'all motherfuckers.
Your court television news starting now.
Oops. Excuse me. Good. Sorry. Just I had a little binky right before I started and got me coughing a bit. But good evening, everybody, and welcome to a not very, for my East Coast friends, it's a little bit late. But for everybody else, we'll call it just our late evening midweek court news update with your host, moi, NJCourts. As a matter of fact, it's kind of getting a little late for me, I will admit. I already got my little tortilla eye cover. Get ready for a little nice siesta this evening. As a matter of fact, I want to say thank you for everybody that is here joining me because, like I said, it is a Wednesday night. I know a lot of us probably have a job that we got to get to tomorrow morning, so I'm going to make it a nice, short, straight to the point breaking news update. As a matter of fact, as we're waiting for people to come in because the notification just went out, I'm going to just tell you straight up, for those of you that are here, specifically, especially for a Controlla court case update, I'll tell you right now, I do not have the video yet. So I'm still waiting on that. Unfortunately, this is the longest it's ever taken, and maybe I got spoiled myself, always getting it right away. Hell, I've done FOIA requests where it's taken 2 weeks to get videos. So I'll have it, I'm sure, by tomorrow. I'm just being patient. And of course, these people down there have helped me tremendously. So I'm not going to be, hey, where's the video, emailing them and all that. So I have a great communication with them. Once they've got it, they're ready to send it to me, I'll get it. I've already sent my request. It's already been approved. They've already confirmed they're going to send it to me. It's just a matter of, I guess, them putting it together and sending it to me. So just to let you know, that way you can just go ahead and go to bed if that's what you're waiting for. But I do have an update, okay? That's why I put that on the thumbnail. So for those of you that are wondering exactly what Controlla pled to, I can tell you exactly what she pled to. I can give you a little bit more of an insight as to what we could probably expect for the sentencing hearing, which is going to happen February 9th. And I'll double check that date. I'm pretty sure that's the date that we had for Controlla's next court hearing. So I will be giving you an update, and it is going to be more information that if you've caught my last update on the Controlla case that you didn't have. So if you want to stick around for that, that is going to be the first court news update we're going to be starting off with. That way, if you're here for the Controlla case update specifically, we'll get that over with. That way you can get straight to, all right, or you can go hang out with whatever else you were going to go do. All right. So let's see. Before I start that, though, let me just give you another kind of brief little kind of itinerary into what else we got this evening for our midweek court news update. We'll start off with the Controlla court news update. We'll roll in right into a short, quick update about EBZ. Yes, that stuff's still going on for some of you that are kind of new to that. We'll give you a little brief summary on what's going on, or what that whole case is about. And then, of course, we'll roll into what's going on next with it. And then we're going to finish off this evening, capping off with some information on the Skimask court hearing, or not court hearing, but court case. I've had a lot of people reach out to me that had a lot of questions about a new document that is just recently populated through the oscn.net website, which is pretty much the court docket notes or information that you can access through the state of Oklahoma. It's public access. That'll tell you pretty much the history of all Skimask past to current court hearings / records for the state of Oklahoma. So I'm going to be answering the question about what that's all about, and we'll have a little discussion, okay? So that's pretty much what we're going to do this evening. Before we start, though, into the Controlla news update, I do want to say thank you. I got another gift in the mail. So you guys, I guess, because we're nearing the Christmas holiday, you all have been very, very giving, and I appreciate that. And I think this gift kind of had more to do because I got that bad back and shoulder and neck thing going on where I pulled a nerve. So I didn't see a note on this one. I think it was an anonymous gift. It did come in this nice little bag here. So shout out to that individual, whoever you are. And I did already peek, so I kind of already know I think I know what it is, but it looks like it's some type of like cream for my back. So thank you. I appreciate that. And if you want to shout yourself out, just go ahead and shout yourself out in the chat, and I will definitely say thank you. But if you want to stay anonymous, I appreciate it. But thank you for the cream for my back. I guess after the live stream tonight, I'm going to try it out. So shout out to whoever you are. And yeah, I'll let you guys know how it works. It's called, let's see here, Lube Life. Pretty interesting. I've tried Bengay out, never tried Lube Life. It says, have a splash, water-based lubricant. And then it says, if you lube it, they will come. You're welcome. I don't know what that means, but interesting. All right, but thank you again, whoever you are, and I hope it does work on my shoulder and my back pain. So I'll let you all know how it works, I guess, tomorrow morning. Give you a little review about the Lube Life Pain Reliever Cream. All right, and thank you again. All right, let's get this show started. Controlla update. All right, let's get right into it. Let me get my comments pulled up here. Make sure I'm live. Yes, I'm live. Okay, cool. Remember we did that before where I did about a 40-minute stream and didn't even realize I wasn't live or didn't realize I hadn't hit the live button. Excuse me. All right, so got my comment section up. All right. Let's see. Somebody says, that's not for your back. Jethro. What do you mean it's not for my back? I don't know what else it would be. I mean, that's the only thing. Somebody send me some type of cream or what. I mean, it's not really more of a cream. It's got more of like a, I guess like it says, a water-based lubricant. Oops, shit, getting all over the place. But I don't know. I'll put some on my back right now, or right here. Not my back, but this is where it really pinches me right here. What I like about it doesn't have that strong like Bengay smell, you know what I mean? Like that strong menthol smell. Oh, that can get annoying sometimes. It is pretty nice. It kind of has like a cold, nice feeling. I mean, it is pretty, yeah. All right. Well, I'll let you guys know how it works. So we applied a little bit right here to my shoulder. We'll see how that goes. So, all right. Cool. Yeah, no, it's a great gift. I said, like, very, like, you know, from the bottom of somebody's heart, I appreciate it. Heart back to you is a great gift. Thank you so much. All right, so let us begin. Controlla update. Got you guys here so I can read chat. Let me pull up my notes for that update. Excuse me, and we'll get right to it. All right. So for some of you that are maybe just kind of stepping into this kind of update, not going to go back too far in a timeline. Okay. Like I said, it's already late, so I'm just going to get straight to the point. But the last time I gave an update on this case, we were waiting for the audio, which we still are, but we did have a little bit of information, which I shared through a community post. Okay. As far as what one of the charges was that I found out during that day that Controlla had pled guilty to. Okay. So according to Controlla, and what it will do just to make it easy, we're going to play that clip again because it's a really short clip from the More Crazy Clips channel. And shout out to them again for putting this clip together. And let's just listen to it because we're going to listen to Controlla and see what she says. Okay. And then we're going to compare what we have now, the actual facts of what she pled to, and we'll compare it. Okay. And that way I can fact check everything and clarify, all these kind of rumors out there. So the other benefit is with this audio, even though I have pretty much what I would say everything we need to know as far as, what she pled to, I think the audio is still going to help clarify some other things. So like I said, although pretty much I think most of us are going to find out what we are looking for through the audio tonight, because, really we just wanted to know what charges she pled on. I think the audio is still going to be very important because I think we'll still hear some other things that may have to pertain or help, kind of giving us an idea of what may happen with the sentencing. I'm curious if they talk about, for example, the PTI to find out whether they denied her or what happened with that, which I'm assuming they denied her PTI. Otherwise, if they approved it, she would have gone that route. I also want to learn more once I go over the other charge. So what I was going with that story and sign, I kind of deferred from that, is the first charge that we did verify that she did pled guilty to was, just to remind everybody, and we'd already, like I said, I put this out on a community tab a few days ago, so this isn't new news, except might be for some of y'all. That's why I'm going over this really quick. So we knew that she had a, excuse me. Okay, so I had broke the news that she had pled guilty to, and this again was part of a plea deal she took. She had pled guilty to disorderly person's charge of assault by auto. Okay, so that I had already disclosed. Now I want to clarify something. Disorderly person pretty much is the same thing as a misdemeanor, but in the state of New Jersey, they call their misdemeanors disorderly person charge. Okay, so don't get that kind of confused because it sounds kind of confusing. So when you hear that disorderly person, just think misdemeanor. So when you hear disorderly person's charge of assault by auto, it's just pretty much a misdemeanor charge of assault by auto. That was one of the charges she pled guilty to. Okay, so now to update you on what the other charge she pled guilty to, let me tell you exactly. Okay, so I'm just going to read this as the email came to me. All right, so it reads, she had one count of the indictment amended to assault by auto, which equals a DP, disorderly person. So that was the first charge I just went over with right now. And so what happened is the indictment for the endangering the welfare of a child, that's what they amended to assault by auto. Okay, so that's there is not going to, according to what she pled guilty to, there is no felony. So that is correct. We'll listen to her really quick. I forgot, I kind of jumped ahead of myself, and then I'll finish reading the rest of this note here. But there's a really interesting piece of information that I want to share that Controlla forgot to leave out. But let's bring up the clip from More Crazy Clips. We'll listen to that really quick, and then I'll read the notes again from the email that was sent to me. That way, like I said, I don't start confusing people. Again, it's just two charges she pled guilty to. They're both considered misdemeanors, or in the state of New Jersey, they call them disorderly persons. One of them we already know was assault by an auto. That was amended from the original charge of the endangering of a welfare charge. So from a felony. They changed it, pretty much offered her a plea deal that now changed that out into right there, misdemeanor for assault by auto. Okay. Then I'm going to go over the second charge that she pled guilty to. But first, I want to play this clip here so that way we can remind ourselves what she said and kind of fact check everything here. All right, so let me just cue that up here. There we go. All right, I got it right here. Let me bring it up here, share screen.
Guilty to misdemeanors.
Here we go. Shout out More Crazy Clip channel.
I know that a lot of narratives are going to go around today, and a lot of people are going to be pushing their version of events. I pled out today. I pled out. I don't know how many people are familiar with that means, but I pled guilty to misdemeanors. I pled guilty to 2 misdemeanors.
Okay. Check.
So
far, she's correct.
I think it was a fair disposition, I guess. I mean, I think that it was ridiculous to begin with.
Whoa.
Like, I just think it was such a ridiculous situation. It was not warranted. It was a witch hunt on a lot of levels, but pretty, you know, it is what it is. I felt like, no, I'm not serving any time.
That she's not
I just feel like
so that's
because
a
of the
lie.
situation, like the state was not going to fully back down, which is expected in situations like this. But I don't have a felony. I
That's true.
got 2 disorderly conducts. That's what I got. One of the disorderly conducts obviously is like a battery.
Not disorderly conduct,
battery
disorderly
assault.
person.
Like a battery misdemeanor. It's like a misdemeanor battery charge. Because there was that assault with auto, and then I have another misdemeanor charge as well. Just a disorderly person.
That's
correct. So my charges that I pled out to today were 2 disorderly persons charges.
Okay.
And that's really it.
Oh, sorry.
There's no trial.
Forgot about that
There's really, nothing else. Now, obviously, there's still sentencing.
Okay, that's correct.
That has to go on because that's how a court case works.
Yes, it does.
Merry Christmas!
So again, shout out to More Crazy Clips. Let me share their link here really quick. So that way, if you want to check their channel out a little bit further, definitely give them a subscribe. And here is how you can find them. And that clip, that's going to give you the link directly to the clip as well as their channel. So she was, I would say kind of, she was half right, half wrong. All right, which is to be expected from Controlla. Honestly, she was more right than wrong, which is kind of surprising in this case. So she was right in the fact that towards the beginning, she was kind of all over the place. But at the end, she did get it kind of right. So she did plead guilty to 2 misdemeanors, or as they're known in New Jersey as disorderly persons charges. She did kind of say it correctly. She kept saying battery. You heard it. It was kind of, but like we said, all right, it's one of them for sure was assault by auto. Okay. And then the other one, let me finish reading my note. Okay. So now that we listened to her, all right. So she had the 1 count of the indictment amended to the assault by auto. Okay. We know that now. She also pled guilty to one of the other assault by auto charges, which under summons complaint S2023-43-1219 was already a DP/misdemeanor. Okay. So another thing, and again, we'll verify this once the audio comes in, but based on the notes that were sent to me, okay, There was never, remember, there was a time where Controlla was actually accusing the other driver that they supposedly were the one that caused the accident. I mean, she wouldn't even went as far as to say because she was driving a Mercedes that they intentionally tried to hit her because they were in a Jeep, to get some money. Okay. Anyways, there is nowhere in any of the case paperwork does it say that they found the other driver guilty or at fault of that accident. Okay. So Controlla was lying when it came to that. All right. Second of all, I think we kind of got off track a little bit because we are still kind of focusing on whether she got a felony or not. Although these are not felonies, they're considered misdemeanors. And I think I kind of mentioned this a bit the last update. Who wants misdemeanors on their record? Okay. These in addition to her already extensive criminal record, which she already has a felony in the state of New Jersey. Don't forget that. That and these new charges are going to all play in together when it comes to that sentencing hearing. And if she gets in any other trouble, these other charges that she pleads guilty to will also come into play if that ever happens in the future. So yeah, it does suck. And nobody wants to have misdemeanor charges, okay, on their record. Maybe she doesn't care, but most people, if you ask them, certainly don't want that, okay? Also, something that you got to take note, the fact that she pled guilty and took the plea deal, and especially since we know that both charges have to do with assault by auto, okay, that means that she is saying it was her fault. So she is admitting to guilt of the accident, one, and don't forget that. Also, okay, she's admitting to guilt. What happened to, I'm going to take this to the jury. I didn't do any of it. They're wrong. I'm right. If that was the case, if you really thought you were right, then you should have took it to the jury. Because if you knew you were right, you would have known that a group of 12 of your own peers would have found you right as well, right? Or did you not have that same feeling? Is that why you took the plea deal? Now, another thing that I want everybody to also remember, and this is where I'm going to kind of cue this up here. Don't forget that, and she did mention this, so she wasn't, lying. She did mention she does have a sentencing hearing, and that is correct. And we had broke that news, which is going to be February 9th, I believe. It was either February 7th or 9th. I'm pretty sure it's the 9th because February 7th is the Michelle Goes Live DUI, the first arraignment hearing, okay? Don't forget, she still has to have a penalty for said sentencing hearing, okay? There's going to be a said punishment for even these two misdemeanors or disorderly persons charges, as they're known in New Jersey. I want to read this to you guys. Now, again, please take notes, or please take in consideration that, this is just off the internet. Now, this is having to do with the statutes that have, from the state of New Jersey that come in according to this, committing said crime or pleading guilty to said misdemeanors, excuse me. But again, things can change. Now, I'll tell you this, okay? And it has happened in the past plenty of times, so it's not like I'm just pulling this out of my ass. But the judge, when it comes to the sentencing, the judge can still derive, and I'm sorry if I'm saying the wrong word, derive, yeah, I think I said it, or pretty much another word for that is, you don't know what that means, is they don't have to do or go with what the plea deal says, okay? That judge can pretty much, if they want to, they can decide on a different sentence, all right? They can, and I'll tell you this, and this is why this comes in important. This is why this is important here, all right? Prior to this sentencing hearing, there most likely is going to be what's called, and excuse me, this was in my notes here, so I don't mess this up, a pre-sentence report, okay? And what that means is pretty much they may or may not have a probation officer interviewer, okay? They also are going to attach to this report most likely her criminal record. And this is going to allow the judge to go over all this information prior to that sentencing hearing. Now, if that judge sees something there that might change his mind as to, well, I don't agree with the plea deal that this individual took, that's certainly another reason why, it's not derive, it's deviate. Excuse me, that was the word I was trying to say, deviate. The judge can deviate from that plea deal, okay? Now, also, take in consideration What was the other thing that I wanted to say? Oh, another thing to take in consideration is this, all right? And Controlla, if you're watching, you might want to take a note of this, all right? This individual, Controlla, has, in just the video that we listened to here, and I know that I've heard her say in other live streams since her court hearing, she's mentioned plenty of times that she doesn't think that the plea deal is fair, okay, that she's not guilty. Well, if that's the case, why did she take the plea deal? And the judge will actually ask the defendant, when they take that plea deal and they're signing that paperwork, they'll ask them, okay, something, I think it kind of goes like this. But it's kind of like they're supposed to say, you know, are you taking this plea deal because you're guilty of the crime? And the defendant's supposed to say, yes, I'm guilty. Okay. They'll ask because they don't want anybody, pretty much they don't want to know that you got influenced, right? They don't want to know that you got influenced to take that. In reality, you didn't really want to take that deal. And that's kind of like how she's talking, right? Now, if the judge was to catch wind of this, that can change things, okay? That judge could literally call her in, her attorney in, the prosecutor, and discuss this, okay? And say, wait a minute here. Now all of a sudden, I've heard wind of, now you're saying that you don't think the plea deal was fair and that you were influenced by what, social media or something? You know what I mean? So if I was you, Controlla, I would zip it up. But hey, I'm not an attorney, so you know what I mean? But anyways, I think you guys kind of catch my drift on what I was kind of explaining there. And if not, please feel free to reach out to me and I'll try to explain this a little bit better to you. But we got the sentencing hearing, okay? So I want to read this right here as to what could possibly happen with the type of charge that she's pleading guilty to when it comes down to the sentencing portioning of this. All right. If you're on your phone, remember, go from vertical to horizontal mode, and you want to make sure you're on full screen mode. If not, don't worry. I'm going to read this along with you, but here we go. Let me read this here. All right. See, I'm even going to do it so I can read it on full screen mode. All right. Penalties. Assault by auto is a disorderly conduct offense under N.J.S.A, which is New Jersey State. I forgot what the A stands for. 2C12-1C1, where it results in bodily injury. Okay. Assault by auto is a disorderly conduct offense under blah, 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 where it results in bodily injury. The penalties for a disorderly person's offense include up to 6 months in the county jail, a fine up to $1,000, and the possibility of a driver's license suspension. Next paragraph. It is a fourth-degree crime for someone to operate an automobile recklessly that results in serious bodily injury to another. I don't think that has to do with it. Assault by auto, next paragraph. Assault by auto is a third-degree crime where serious bodily injury results from a DUI. Nope, there wasn't a DWI-related accident. Well, allegedly it wasn't. A second-degree crime. All right, so that again is with DUI. So I'm assuming the first paragraph would be the one that has to deal with what Controlla is possibly facing penalty-wise, which, again, let me read that for you. Assault by auto is a disorderly conduct offense under blah, 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 where it results in bodily injury. The penalties for a disorderly person's offense include up to 6 months in the county jail, a fine up to $1,000, and the possibility of a driver's license suspension. Again, that may not be correct, or it could be spot on, all right? Obviously, when we get to the sentencing hearing portion of this, we'll know exactly what happened. And maybe that's why, like I said, I want to listen to the audio tape, because sometimes the judge will talk a little bit about what's going to happen in the sentencing hearing based on the fact that she pled guilty to these charges. So that's, like I said, it's although we know exactly what she pled guilty to now, it's still important in the audio to listen to stuff, because we may learn some new information as far as, what's going to happen in the sentencing hearing. Also, like I said, I want to know more about, was the PTI denied, and that's why she took the plea deal? Plus, I want to hear what else was said during that hearing. So I don't want to promise the audio tomorrow because I told you guys the day before that it was going to be here today. But you know, I'm fingers crossed. Okay. Let's just put it this way. I'm like 99% sure that it probably will come tomorrow. But again, I don't want to say it will and it doesn't. But eventually we will have the audio, okay? And we will listen to it and we will find out exactly what happened during that hearing. But I mean, important facts that we already know now that we've disclosed is the fact that she did. And like I said, that's why I wanted to fact check what she said. So she was, half right, half wrong. She did plead guilty to 2 misdemeanors, or otherwise known as disorderly persons charges in New Jersey, and both of those were assaults by auto. Okay. One thing I want to know though, and that's kind of another real important reason why I want to listen to the audio, is that second assault by auto. We know one is obviously the person that was in the vehicle she hit, but if I'm not mistaken, I was under the impression that there was 2 people in that vehicle. So is this another assault by auto for the second person that was in that vehicle? Or could this be an assault by auto charge for one of her passengers, which we all know she only had one other passenger other than her in the car, which was her daughter. Okay. I don't know. I guess we'll find out most likely when we listen to the audio tape. All right. So let's see if I have anything else regarding that. Pretty much the only additional update to what we had already broke news on tonight was the second information on the second charge that she had pled guilty to, which we now know was another assault by auto charge. So that makes 2 assault by auto charges. We already broke the news that she has her sentencing hearing on February 9th. That wasn't new. What we didn't know is, and like I said, again, I can't, say that's exactly what the possible penalty is that she's looking at as far as what's going to happen in a sentencing hearing. But according to what she's facing or not facing, what she pled guilty to already, it's most likely is kind of what she is going to might be facing when it comes to that sentencing hearing. Let's see here. We learned a little bit more facts as far as, her, my advice to her, which had to do with zippity zap because, the judge doesn't want to hear you saying to the public that, you didn't get a fair plea deal. Let's just put it that way. All right. So again, like I said, as soon as I get that audio, which fingers crossed is going to be tomorrow, the minute I do, I'll break that news to you and we're going to go straight to the audio. Okay. Promise you that. So again, thank you guys for your patience having to do with that. Okay, so I think that was everything I wanted to share in regards to the Controlla court case update. If something else comes up, I'll let you know. But I'm pretty sure that was everything that in my head that I had, wanted to talk about this evening in regards to that. Okay, so let's move on to EBZ. All right, so Mr. EBZ, for some of you that are kind of unfamiliar with what happened to that whole shebangle, EBZ is a live streamer that was involved in an incident with another live streamer named Burger Planet. Okay, this was at the Ice Poseidon prison stream, his last prison stream he did, a month ago in November. This involved these 2 individuals were playing the characters of security guards or prison guards. They were in kind of what you could call like the back room or main room that, where all these characters other than the prisoners are kind of hanging out. This is also the kitchen area. EBZ was in the process, I guess, of cooking something. And he had left some meat out on a table. A comment was made by Burger Planet in regards to putting the meat back in the fridge, which escalated to then an incident where EBZ then approached Burger Planet and allegedly assaulted him with an open slap or punch to the face. Okay. EBZ was later arrested that day and then was bonded out. Okay. He has since then already traveled back to Los Angeles, where he resides. This incident took place in Austin, Texas, but is currently facing assault charges in the state of Texas. Okay. Let me pull up what I have here. So he did already have one hearing. We actually broke that hearing here. We got to actually had an opportunity to watch that, not live, but right after it came on live, I went ahead and featured that hearing here. And if you want to catch that replay, you can just go back through the VODs and look for the one that says the EBZ hearing. Click on it, and it's very quick and short. Obviously, this was an in-custody hearing, so he's in there with kind of like what we see with Skimask Andy. It's a virtual hearing, where he's in a room there at the jail with a bunch of other prisoners, and they're doing a virtual hearing with the judge who's actually at the courthouse, okay? So it was just a quick kind of hearing. Pretty much it was just his bond hearing where they gave him the amount of bond that he needed to get out and go over his charges and ask him. I don't even think he pled guilty or not guilty at that time. So let's look and see what's going on since then. I know he's got a hearing tomorrow, so I'm going to try my best to catch that hearing. It's not going to be live, but as soon as it's over with, I can post that, assuming that I'm able to access that. I'm assuming it is going to be virtual because he's in California, and they're not going to have him go back and forth. They're most likely going to work for people that are out of state through the virtual hearings. Okay. But here's his docket sheet here. Let me share this with you guys. All right. So let me kind of pull that up here on my phone so I can see that a little bit better. All right. Give me 1 second here. All right. Bring it up here. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. There we go. All right. So it looks like tomorrow he's got his pretrial conference at 8:30 a.m. Let's see here. We not streamed, but we showed the bond review hearing, and that was on November 8th. So yeah, it was last month. And let's see here. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if we have the date of when this happened. So it looks like, I think, yeah, it looks like it was on the 7th. So he had to stay overnight in jail. Then he had his bond review the next day. And they've set his bond at $5,000 with a no contact stay away from the complainant. So somebody had to come up with 10 to 15% of that, and that's, how he bonded out. So yeah, tomorrow pretrial conference, 8:30 a.m. I'll do my best to bring that to you guys. Yeah, it looks like I just seen that. I got that DM right now. Share that information. So it looks like Cesar says that Berger got robbed last night by prostitutes. I'll have to look into that. That's news to me. Actually, let's see. Well, let me see if I can find something on the tubes that's any clips about that. Hold on. I didn't see anything from any of the clip channels I follow. Burger Planet robbed. Oh, wait, here's one from 2 hours ago. Let's see. All right, so this is going to be, I'm pretty sure this is it right here. So I think this is what you're talking about, Cesar. So this is going to be from Pretty Chill IRLT. Let me share their link here. So shout out to them for this clip. And let's take a look at this and see what happened. And welcome everybody joining the chat and stream. I'm sorry I kind of kicked this off a little bit earlier just to get through the Controlla part really quick because I know it was getting late for my friends on the East Coast and especially my friends out in the UK and stuff. So I wanted to just get that over with. That way they could call it a night if they wanted to. But in the process of that, I kind of forgot to say hi to everybody. So welcome and hi to everyone. Welcome to all the mods. Thank you for being here this evening. And welcome to all the members of the jury. Much appreciate your support and you being here tonight. And welcome to all the viewers, haters, lovers, and everybody in between, all right? So with that being said, let's take a look at this clip, which looks like it's breaking the news of Burger Planet. For some of you that forgot who that is again, that's the individual that was actually open hand slapped by EBZ. So pretty much they're the ones pressing the charges, the assault charges against EBZ. All right, so let's get that clip rolling. Give me 1 second here.
Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Still not understanding.
The owner of the place I was at,
He said I was out with some bad women or something.
he was like, "Listen, your friend is fucking crazy. You need to." He brought this one girl and that didn't work out. Then he brought another girl and she was screaming and she like stormed out and said all the stuff about you. And then you came back with 3 other girls and he's like, the girls that he came with, I know that they were they're not safe, you know. He knows those girls. He's like, those girls are they rob people.
Yeah.
So he's like, go find him if you can right now. I don't know. He left like 30 minutes ago. And this was like around like 5 in the morning.
Holy shit.
And then I was like, fuck.
Wish you would have told me that.
And then
talked to him on the phone.
Yeah.
On Google Translate.
Oh, really? Well, he said he
told me I
said he
couldn't bring
warned
any
you.
more. He told me I couldn't bring any girls in because I already had issues with the other 2 girls.
Yeah.
The first girl I brought back, and then she like tried to ask me for like more extra money than we agreed upon and everything.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck? And then the second girl, I couldn't get my dick hard, and then she just fucking yelled at me and shit. I'm like, what the fuck, bitch? Like, I fucking pay you, and then you fucking, you know, it's supposed to be an hour. You fuck around for like 10 minutes, and then she fucking starts putting her clothes on to leave, and I was like, what the fuck? And then, yeah, then he came upstairs, and he fucking saw me naked and shit. Super weird.
He walked
With
in
my
on
little
you.
fucking tiny limp dick and my condom and shit. She's like, his dick not working. I'm fucking leaving. And he's like, well, your dick's not working. She's leaving. Basically, I think it's pretty much what he said. I don't know. But yeah, it's not working, but it's still fucking try, you know?
And
Yeah,
then,
look around here, though. The girls might be there.
yeah, we're gonna try to
She was
find the
wearing
girls
this
out here.
orange outfit. There were 3 of them. They were all like darker skin.
Yeah. You remember how she looks?
I mean, if I see her, I might. I don't.
Oh, so
I
this
was
is
pretty
the
tanked.
after. Okay.
Yeah.
Now
I
I'm
would need
understanding this
to. He has probably them on security camera. That did he say he has it on security camera? Or not?
I'm pretty sure he does, bro. He should.
You might want to clean your lens. It looks like you got some those lines.
Some glass.
maybe you got a
Yeah.
smudge on them.
Hold on. No, that's just how it is, bro. Just cleaned it.
Well, if you like wipe it in a circle, a lot of sometimes those little lights, the lines will go away.
And so yeah, and then after that, you went outside to smoke a cigarette, and these girls
Yeah, I just went
approached
to
you, right?
cigarette. Yeah. Then they were like, "Oh, let's go party, baby." And
Yeah.
I asked, I could bring her in just the one that I like the most
Yeah.
into, my hotel. And he's like, "Oh, you already had problems with 2 girls today."
Fuck. Okay, let me take this off. This shit never works. All right, sorry guys. Give me a second.
So then she's like, "Oh, don't worry, baby. I know a hotel close by. It's only like 20,000 pesos.
Yeah.
I don't know, for maybe an hour or whatever, short time hotel, love hotel or something." So we went to this. Well, we went to the fucking, that area that I told you not to go to. I was like, "It's sketchy over there, Chris. Don't go over there." And then that's exactly where we went at like 5 in the morning. Then she starts like she's like playing with my dick and shit in my pants, and then she's like starts giving me a
Trigger warning.
blowjob in the public park. Like they look around, I'm like, there's got to be a camera here somewhere. Like, what the fuck? I don't want to get in trouble. And then she starts giving me head in the park, and then I guess when she was giving me like a blowjob, she was fucking like, unzipping. She pulled my pants down. I think she did. She like, unzipped my pocket of my pants, and then stole my cell phone and my wallet, and I didn't even notice until like they had left or whatever. I'm like walking away, and then I'm like check for my wallet, my cell phone. I'm like, oh shit, where's it at? And I'm like, oh my god, they fucking robbed me. And it was already too late. And I had this fucking huge.
And then, but you say you jumped into the car, huh?
There was a car with like a bunch of guys in it that they'd called or something to jump me or to give them the phone or the wallet or whatever they did. And then I jumped into the car or something, and like for a second, or maybe the girls got in with the car, and I'm like, wait, where are they going? What's fucking going on? And then I got in the car for a second with the people. I don't know if I got scratched there. I was like super fucked up. Some of the, that stuff's kind of a blur.
Yeah.
It's like, by that time I was like 2 bottles of whiskey deep and super fucked.
Nah, he wasn't drugged, guys. I
might have been.
He was just really
they were
fucked up.
drinking like a drink, and then we were all sharing it and stuff, so they could have like spiked it. It was like fake third drink, right? Yeah, it could have been. I don't know.
I'm trying to get the TTS to work. Sorry, bro. 1 second.
I feel pretty drugged today. I don't know. Still I still feel
working,
like,
bro.
That's crazy though. That guy's seen this woman rob other people before or something. Pretty sure of them doing something like that before. I guess.
Trying to play it doesn't play.
Burger Lover donated $5. Never mind, it clearly didn't humble him, I can already tell.
What?
Well, he first said, Burger is great, but I hope this humbled him. You're a great friend, Chris.
Yeah, if you were here, I would have been super fucked, dude. For sure. If that would have happened, when we know how to use your laptop and stuff. Definitely came here, and you rented that hotel an extra day for me, which I wouldn't have had any fucking
Burger
place to
Planet
stay.
Slips donated $5. The Discord has been popping today. General celebration, lots of back patting. Shout out to our Colombian brethren. Prayed on Burger's downfall. Jesus is real. Chris, can you confirm Burger won't receive no money today? Leave complaint Planet in Colombia.
It's karma.
No.
Jesus is real.
All right. Well, shout out for this clip channel again for putting out that clip and letting us borrow it. And that again was Pretty Chill IRLT. All right. So let me get myself brought it back up here. So I guess apparently what I got from that whole clip, it looks like Burger Planet was getting some naughty done by some lady men, and in the process, they took his cell phone and wallet. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know what he expects, because I guess if some of y'all follow that individual, he's pretty much has a history of doing a bunch of weird shit when it comes to the, and that's kind of the reason why he travels to these other countries, is kind of what I've seen, and gets involved with this type of shit, which is disgusting. And that's what's going to happen when you get into that shit, man. You want to play with that nasty shit, that's what's going to happen. So apparently he was robbed in another country. So I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know if he's got money. I don't know if they took his passport. Personally, I don't give a damn. But I guess he's probably going to be having to do some type of virtual hearing or some type of way through email communicating with the I guess, the prosecutor's office in reference to his case, since he's obviously not in Austin, Texas, where this is all being held at. So, and for some of you that didn't know, that is Burger Planet. He's the one that got by EBZ or assaulted by EBZ. And so him and EBZ are the both individuals or streamers that are involved with this court case that I was just actually going over with. Is there anything else on EBZ? No, not that. Nothing else, Paul, man. Just that he has his court hearing tomorrow, and if I'm hopefully able to stream it like I did his bond hearing, then I'll have that update tomorrow for you, and you can check that out, okay? And if you didn't get to hear his bond hearing, just go back through my my replays here on my live streams. You'll see one titled The EBZ Hearing. Just click on that and you can check it out. Oh, so while we were listening to that clip, we had 2 donations come through, 2 Cash Apps, and I want to say huge thank you. I want to say, so hold on. I'm going to shout, hold on. I think I have this person as my friend here, so I want to make sure I can shout them out, or I don't know if they're trying to be anonymous. While I'm waiting for that person, though, I want to say thank you to our other Cash App donation, which came from Joe G. Joe G, thank you so much for your continued support, my friend. Thank you for being part of the Mod Squad, and thank you for that $25 Cash App that reads, for thank you for what you do with the Muscle Man. Joe G, thank you so much for that donation, my friend. That gavel slam goes out to you. Spam them gavels if you got them, ladies and gentlemen. And much love back to you, my friend. And I just got the okay from Anonymous to say, yes, you can shout me out. So with that being said, I want to say, oh no! Yes, oh no! Thank you so much for the $50 Cash App that reads, oops, hold on. I got to go back to the screen. For doing the damn thing. You're welcome, my friend, and thank you so much for your continued support. Thank you for your help as being part of the Mod Squad. I love you, my friend. And you know I was going to do that damn thing. Spam them gavels if you got them. Gavel, 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 gavel time, my friends. Throw some love back out to those individuals. Damn, I think I just knocked over my notes here. Hold on. Woo! All right. So that was our update on EBZ. Moving along. Oh, and for some of you that are interested or wondering what county all this is being heard under, it's Travis County, which is the county that Austin is part of, okay? So again, tomorrow will be his hearing. I think it said 8:30. What did we see? Let's look at that again. Tomorrow is the 7th. Yep. Oops. There we go. And what's that say? 8:30 a.m. All right. So I will hopefully see if I can catch that. And if I can, as soon as I've got that recorded, I will go ahead and feature that on a breaking news update live stream show. All right. So we'll see if that will continue on tomorrow. Either way, I can still get you an update because they'll have these docket notes updated as soon as that happens. All right. Wandering Spirit. Uh-oh. Member for 5 months. Thank you so much, my friend. I want to say a big thank you for being part of the members of the jury. Oh, and you are on your way to OG status, my friend. So Wandering Spirit, thank you so much for being a member for 5 months. This gavel slam goes out to you. Oh, we lost it. And I appreciate your continued support. All right, so last but not least, the Skimask Andy court update. So what do we have as far as update for him? Well, really, it's going to be answering some questions that I've had a lot of people reach out to me about, which was some new paperwork that was featured, I know, on one of the clip channels, and as well as obviously it's been updated, and that's why it's been featured on the oscn.net website, which is where we get a lot of our information when it has to do with the, court information regarding Skimask Andy, especially his latest, whole shebangle, whatever you want to call it, with the amount, the 4 different charges he's currently facing and why he's in jail right now for those. Okay. So there was a piece of paperwork that we're going to go over. But just to give you an update as far as when his next hearing is going to be, that is going to be on December the 28th. Okay. If you're interested in catching up on any of that stuff, by all means, all the videos are up, all the replays are up. We've got his last bond hearing up there. We've got the hearing after that, or the hearing before that, which you can watch on as a, actually see him, watch the actual video of that. The next bond hearing, I kind of had to explain, and you'll hear why I had to do that, why there wasn't any audio or video. But either way, we have been following that up. We're going to continue following up to the December 28th date, and any further after that, I'm not sure what's going to happen next, but we'll find out on the 28th. But in the meantime, like I said, a new document has pretty much self-populated on the oscn.net website, and a lot of people wanted to know what this was about. So I'm going to explain to you exactly what it's about. So just give me a second. Let me get that document pulled up here. All right. So let me share this tab here so you can see what I'm looking at. Oops. All right. So here we are in the docket notes for, this is going to be for one of Skimask Andy's. Of the 4 charges he's currently on bond or in jail for, this is going to be one of them here, okay? Here's where you'll find one of the notes, and then you have the access to it in the form of a PDF file, okay? So if you look towards the bottom where it says Popper's Affidavit, okay, and then it says document available at court clerk's office, and then right underneath that, you'll see return commitment, all right? Let's see what that document is here. Click on that. All right. What happened here? Did it open it up? Okay, here it is. All right, let me see if you're looking at that. I don't think so. Let me see. Okay, here we go. All right, there we go. Cool. Now we're looking at the same thing. So let me just kind of read this to you here. So from the top, it says, this is called Order of Commitment. State of Oklahoma, County of Tulsa, State of Oklahoma, to the sheriff for the lawful custodian of inmates housed in the Tulsa County. David Decaux, an order having been made this day by the judge of the District Court of Tulsa County, Oklahoma, that the above-named defendant be held for appearance in the court on the 20th day of December of 2023 in room 158 at 1:30 p.m. for a disposition. This is in regards to case number CM 23-3467, I think, and that's the expired tag or failure to pay taxes due to state with the $200 bond. That was filed in the court paperwork on December 4th. And all that is saying you or any authorized agent by law are commanded to receive into your custody and detain said defendant until he or she is legally discharged. Okay? So that's kind of all. That paperwork is not really anything important. This is pretty much having to do kind of with the, I would say more having to do with the warrant for that case, pretty much saying, hey, if you're the sheriff or any person that's, part of law enforcement that would detain this individual, you are to keep him detained because he's got a warrant for his arrest, Now, he's already obviously been detained, so this is pretty much, what's the word I'm trying to say? Not expired, but pretty much it has no worth pretty much because he's, like I said, he was already been detained. Okay, this is just the paperwork having to do with that, and it was just made available. So what people were asking me though is about the Popper's Affidavit. Okay, all right. What that has to do, if some of you have already kind of done your research, is a Popper's Affidavit is pretty much a request that the defendant can make, in this case, Skimask Andy, that is asking to have all the pretty much fines, fees associated with the charges that he's requesting in this Popper's Affidavit to be removed, okay? And this is because he's stating that he's pretty much a homeless individual, and has just no way to pay these, okay, these fines. Now, I want to clarify something because people were asking me, well, does this include, is this having to do with his bond? No. Okay. I did consult with one of my legal consultants. I'm pretty sure most of you know who that is. And I was told pretty much what I told you exactly. The court fines and fees are what he's requesting is to be forgiven or taken off. The bond is going to remain the same. Okay. This is not any way for just because you're homeless or you can't pay those court fines and fees because you don't have a job is not going to be, this is not a way that this excuses you, out of a bond. Okay. So you can get out of jail. Absolutely not. Okay. Just something though to keep in mind. And some of y'all may not remember, but the very first hearing, the one that me and my buddy Stick attended, the one that we've got, well, Stick's the one that recorded that famous footage of Skimask Andy coming out and having his little snitch fit, and the one where he tries to do that to Stick and me. You guys remember that? All right. Well, that was when I was inside too. I was inside actually for that hearing. So I got to listen to everything. Okay. In that hearing with that judge, okay, which this Popper's affidavit, that has to do with the revocation of his probation, okay, which that hearing had to do with, with the whole reason he had that probation, which was the assault on his brother, okay, that he pled guilty to as part of his plea deal. So in that hearing, he said to the judge that he did have a job, that he was employed, because the judge asked him, Mr. Deku, are you currently employed or do you have a job? And he said, yes. So if that's on any type of notes and they went through those notes, well, then that might, kind of bring up a red flag as to, well, this individual saying that he's homeless, but he said a couple of months ago that he had a job. Are they going to catch that? Who knows? Do I care? No, but it's just something I'm trying to point out that clearly we know that Skimask obviously was homeless because he put himself in that situation. All right. He got a restraining order by his parents, okay, to protect themselves from him. All right. This isn't because he's homeless, because he's just been homeless his whole life. And, this guy is obviously was shaking and flashing around thousands of dollars a few months ago, was receiving donations literally up to the morning that he was probably arrested. Okay. And clearly, can pay these fines that he currently is facing. Now, is this Popper's affidavit, if it's approved by the judge, is it going to remove the fines that he owes now on? No, the $5K that he has, the one, and this is the thing is, I'm wondering now if they're going to catch the fact that he's got a bench warrant from the court cost okay, from his court cost hearing judge. That's the one that gave him the little court cost agreement to pay $25 a month for the over $5,000 of court fines he owes. And remember, he didn't make a single payment on that. So they finally issued out a bench warrant for his arrest, which as of any of these bond hearings, they have not caught that yet. So, and they will eventually. But what I'm saying is, this individual has already shown in the past, and he doesn't make any payment. Okay. It has nothing to do with the status of whether he's homeless or not. This individual has a clear record of never paying back the court. So, let me just put it this way. If it was that easy to just have all your court fines and fees, written away by putting one of these Popper's affidavits in, everybody would be doing it. Okay. So I would imagine at this point that, the state obviously knows people are going to try this to get out of these court fines and fees and maybe lying on this, application. So I'm going to hope, but remember, we've seen the way the county of Tulsa works, that they do kind of do their diligence in, reviewing this individual's record and, financial history. Don't forget, Skimask Andy, although I know he's opened a bunch of other accounts with other people's information, I know for a fact he's opened a few, accounts like a PayPal in the past, a Cashapp currently, okay, that are linked to his social security number, which is linked to, the IRS, okay, which is going to be linked to a little document that's going to show, hey, he made this amount of money for the year with that program, with, whether it was Cash App or whatever. And that's going to be proof of income. So if they actually go that far to check things like that, then, you know, they would probably not approve his affidavit. But again, we don't know how it works, but I'm pretty sure this is just an attempt for him to take down some of these fines. So it doesn't add to the already $5,000 he owes. But for some of you that were wondering, is this an attempt for him to try to get the bond amounts cleared? No, that stays. This just dismisses, if it's approved, the court fines and costs and fees and stuff like that. Give me 1 second. I got a few messages here, so I just want to make sure. Okay. Looks like one of my mods pointed out, one of the viewers was asking if I knew if EBZ had a previous criminal record. I honestly don't know anything about EBZ's previous criminal record. I have not pulled up any information on that. So I personally couldn't tell you if he's got any previous charges. I have seen him on live stream assault other individuals, but whether or not they, you know, filed any charges against him, I don't know. I don't think they did, to be honest with you. So I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to think really hard if in the past, if I know, just by watching, you know, the whole, you know, EBZ, you know, story since, you know, he leached on to ICE back in the days. And I'm not sure if I can remember, to be honest with you. So I can't say. They may bring it up. They may bring it up on one of these hearings. If we listen to them, if we have the ability to, they may bring it up, you know. But as of right now, I can't tell you if he does. I apologize about that. All right. So I hope that clarified any information having to do with the Pauper's affidavit. Again, this form here that you're looking at, a return commitment, that's just, like I said, that has, it's bothering me that I can't remember the word. I'm trying to think that when I want to say that this has to, but anyways, this has nothing to do with anything anymore due to the fact that he's already been, you know, arrested, and, you know, that they've already recalled the warrant, pretty much is what I was trying to, that's not the word I was trying to think of, but that's a closer, better way of saying it is they've already recalled the warrant. So this pretty much has no weight to it. That's another word, but not the word I was trying to think of. Now, let's see here. That Pauper's affidavit, I did pull up his pretty much, I think 2 of the 4 charges that he's facing right now, why he's in jail for. And I did see that under the notes. So I'm assuming it's going to be that he filed the affidavit for every single one of those charges. So, and I'd have to go through each one of them, which I can. I just don't have that number now, but I could tell you exactly more or less how much of the court fines and costs he's trying to request to be dismissed through that affidavit if it's approved between the 4 cases. All right, let me get my notes, or not notes. Let me just bring up the chat back here on my phone just to make sure I didn't miss anything. All right, so let's see here. We did the control update, still waiting on the audio for that. So thank you guys for your patience. But we did break, you know, as far as the news on what both charges she pled guilty to, which are both going to be misdemeanors. So we clarify any of the rumors going out there. No felonies, both misdemeanors. Sentencing date coming on February 9th. And hopefully as we get closer to that date, and hopefully after we listen to the audio, we'll learn a little bit more about what she's possibly facing in that sentencing hearing, what happened with it, the PTI, yada, yada, yada. And then we did an EBZ quick update as far as him having his next hearing tomorrow. Again, that's going to be... Do I still have it up here? I don't think I do. Oh, yeah, wait, hold on. Duh. It's right here. Sorry. And we said that's going to be pretrial conference is what they're calling it. So they're starting it. It's going. So that'll be tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be able to get that for you guys. If you're interested in watching him in his last bond hearing, you can catch that as a replay on you'll find it as the EBZ hearing under my live tab on the main channel page. Let's see here. Skimask Andy, if you want to, kind of catch up on any, the previous hearings that he's had since he's been incarcerated. You can find that again under the main channel under live stream, anything titled Skimask Andy, bond hearing, and then the bond hearing after. You'll see that one right after it or above it. Let's see here. He's got his next hearing coming up December 28th. Today is Wednesday, so let's see here. As of tomorrow, he technically will have been incarcerated now for 14 days, or just call it 2 weeks. All right. So as of tomorrow, Skimask Andy has officially been incarcerated for 14 days, or call it 2 weeks. So yeah, definitely. I'm sure they're not even angels. Remember, the angels have already been. They're gone a long time ago. I think this was the Woo crew, is what he had referred to them. So yeah, I'm sure the Woo crew is definitely. Well, no, I think they're already through the hard part, just like he did. I think it's kind of going downhill from now. The hard part of the withdrawals or the tougher part of the withdrawals, I think, are over with. So I think the Woo crew is, if you've made it this far, I think you'll be okay. All right. If you're watching from the hater stand, I think you'll be all right. Like I said, you don't have to come hang out in here. By all means, you're welcome, but you don't have to. But go adopt a cat or dog or something, or go hang out with your family. Remember, it's the holidays, or hang out. There's like a million other chats on YouTube you can hang out and have fun with, and then bring your friends with you. But I think the hard part's over for the Woo crew. I think if y'all made it this far, you'll be okay in life. Okay. And if you want to talk to somebody, no joke, reach out to me on Instagram or through email. Let me drop my email here really quick. This is the channel's email here. You can contact me directly if you just need somebody to talk to. All right. So I think that covers everything that I wanted to go over for our midweek court news update. I did have people asking me really quick. I wanted to touch up on the Stoic. Remember, we went over a lot of you are probably like, who the fuck are you talking about? Reformed Stoic. For those that know, you know. And we did talk about him a bit. We covered him a bit in regards to, he was the guy that had the from Alaska. Remember, that had the what was it called? Restraining order. Temporary restraining order that was finalized. That was the last update we had on him. That's why we even brought him up, was he had gotten into a big old, he's the guy that thinks he's being gang stalked by his community there in Alaska and yada, yada, yada. So I guess it went to some type of trial. So I need to get more information on that, because a lot of people were hitting me up about that. I wasn't aware that it continued past the restraining order. I guess apparently he went to court today, and I guess he went on some type of live or put out news that he was found not guilty of whatever it was he was being charged with. I have no clue. But either way, to be fair to those individuals that had questions for me, I will try my best to give you an update on that, especially since I did bring them up. Okay, so I will definitely get you an update as far as what happened with that individual and what's going on. So again, so I apologize to those that were probably wondering if I had any info going on with him, since apparently he had a court hearing today. So, and that was new to me. So again, if I had known, I would have probably had an update for you, but hopefully I can have one well, not tomorrow. And if I do have the breaking news, obviously the audio comes through, I'll break that news. But maybe if I have time, I can give you an update about what happened with Reform Stoic. Worst case, on our next, end of week court news update, I can get you guys an update on that. Let's see here. What else? Kind of what do we got going on for the remaining of the year? Remember, we've just got it's the 6th. We've got Christmas coming up. I think Hanukkah starts tomorrow. So happy Hanukkah. Let's see here. We've got New Year's Eve and then New Year's. So we've got some awesome changes that are going to go forth once the New Year starts for the channel that I'm excited to share. From now till the end of the year, I've got a lot of things that I kind of want to do. We still have to go over our Sally House paranormal investigation, the after Sally House tape. That's what I call it, where me and Dawson actually will show you guys some of the things that we caught on our audio recorder and on our tape, and video, excuse me, and some other things from the Sally House. So we still got that, that we're still working on, that project. I didn't forget about that. I want to feature that before the end of the year, of course. I may be going on a little road trip. I'm definitely going to be doing our polar plunge / crab dance crab dance on the haters party. Once my arm is completely healed, which it's on its way. I think after, I'm telling you, I put that cream on earlier. And again, shout out to Anonymous for the Lube Life, the pain reliever cream they sent me. Shoulder's starting to feel good, but in all honesty, I am starting to feel a little bit better. So hopefully in about a week or so, I'll be all healed up and we can do that polar plunge / crab dance on the haters party. Okay. That'll actually be kind of a fun thing for the end of the year. Maybe I'll just schedule that kind of for a New Year's Eve thing or something like that. Oh yeah, but you know we're gonna do it. We're gonna rock it up on New Year's Eve. Oh yeah, that sounded like we're gonna. No, none of that here. We're gonna have a good time. Let's put it that way. New Year's Eve. You want to come hang out here with NJCourts and friends. Wandering Spirit, NJC, have fun with Lube Life. Make sure you rub it in deep. Oh, absolutely. That's what it says here. It says rub it in. I think it says in the. Oh shit. I just read indications for use. Oh, that's what Lube Life's for. Whoopsie. Well, who said? All right, we'll talk later. Anyways. I love you guys, man. Oh, and don't forget, I still got my my cup from Gold Girl Rodriguez the other day that I've got to still try that on and see if I need to return it or not, make sure it fits. And shout out Gold Girl for that. I appreciate you looking out for the protection of my you-know-what. And if some of you don't know what that's in reference to, that has to do with the MGL court trip, okay? But, yeah. So I think that concludes this evening. Actually, let me get this down here. I'm going to hit the sack here in a bit, or try to at least. Just kidding, but well, not kidding. I'm going to try it for sure. But hopefully tomorrow I will be back breaking the audio for you guys. So that way we can listen and finally see what the hell happened the other day with the Controlla hearing, where she apparently pled to a deal. And we did verify, what she pled to. So that's been verified. I just want to listen to the audio just to see if anything else was said is all. And then don't forget, we've got a sentencing hearing for her coming up on February the 9th, right? We're going to hopefully be attending. Everything goes as far as planned. The Michelle Goes Live DUI arraignment. That'll be February 7th. That'll be down in Georgia. That's pretty much the next trip we've got planned between now. Well, not between now and the year, but for next year. May have something between now and the end of the year, but our first major trip to start off the year and project and pretty much court coverage will be the MGL DUI case. So for those looking forward to that, that'll be kicking off. It already did kick off, but yeah, February 7th, we should be down there. I want to say thank you to our supporters this evening. Oh no, Joe G. Thank you so much to our member who hit 5 months. Shout out to you, Wandering Spirit, on their way to hitting OG status. Oh, and speaking of the jury members, coming to the new year, I will be changing out emojis with some new emojis to, brighten up the new start of 2024. I'm going to be changing up some of the little icons, they call them status badges, which kind of status badge, depending on how many months you've been a member, just kind of shows you what, your status is. That's where like the OGs, you'll see like that. But since we got now like a double OG club and a triple OG club, I'm going to definitely be changing out some of those status badges. So we're going to have a lot of cool, fun stuff for you members of the jury coming up next year. And like I said, I got some really awesome changes for the positive. We're going to keep a lot of things, not making any really major changes, but some small ones that are definitely going to make this channel, I think, a lot better going forth. And yeah, I'm excited for it, man. We've got a new year starting and it's already busy. I'm telling you that. Remember, we've got Trina Golden starting next year too. That's going to be a pretty serious case that we've already started coverage on, and we're going to be covering. Yeah, so 2024, it's coming here sooner than we expect, ladies and gentlemen. All right, y'all. It is 10:21 my time. That means let's just call it 10:30. That means it's 12:30. It is already December the 7th for my friends on the East Coast. So, hey, you guys have a great morning. Thank you guys for my friends on the East Coast for staying up late with me. My friends on the West Coast, it's just barely 9:21 for you guys. No, but I appreciate you guys being here. For everybody in between, hey, it's probably about time to probably start calling it a night if you want to. And I appreciate everybody being here tonight. Appreciate my mods for all your hard work and help. Appreciate everybody, all your support, whether it's, as a donator, as a viewer, member of the jury, hell, even the haters sometimes, because you guys count in the algorithm as a view. All right. Hey, if you guys on your way out, if you enjoyed tonight's midweek court tonight's midweek court update, I'd appreciate it if you can slam that thumbs up on the way out. I would really appreciate that. Helps with the channel's algorithm, getting us put up there sometimes. I think that's what they say. But, I appreciate it. All right, you guys, you have a wonderful evening. I will see you hopefully tomorrow. Either way, if there's any breaking news between now and the end of week court news update show, you'll see me. But for tonight and for some of you for the morning, NJCourts, and I'm not going to be loud, so I know we've got our ear pods in, and I know we're trying to sleep. NJCourts is officially out of here. Should I sing you guys a lullaby? No, I'm just kidding. We're not doing that. All right, my friends, don't forget. All right, check your 6, head on a swivel, and I know it's a little late, but tomorrow morning, love somebody. All right, y'all. Peace. All right, have a good night. Adios. Laters, y'all.